Each course of the CIW uCertify learning platform for the CIW certifications has practice tests built into it. So once you've finished studying the material, taking the quizzes, you can move to the practice tests. Here in the dashboard, you've got the 4 sections that you progress through in your study, and practice tests is the 3rd step here. So by going to this page, the practice tests are here on the left. We'll come back to the prep engine, which is a form of practice test in a separate video. So the test sets are there are some pre-built test sets. In this particular course, the Internet Business Associate, there are 4. So each one has 30 items, as you can see. So there's ABC, or 120 total questions. They're pretty straightforward. If you notice that each of mine has a red circle around it, that means I haven't taken the test yet. I haven't even tried. I purposely have not taken any of this, progressed through this course to keep it fresh. When you click on one of those tests, again, we have the circle here, and it shows you the progress, basically shows you the highest score you've achieved on the test. So if you take it multiple times, it will always record the highest score that you've received. All right, and there are 2 modes that you can take the test in. You've got the Learn mode, which is just like the Learn mode in the quiz, where you get the immediate feedback, shows you the correct answer, shows you the some supporting information about why the correct answer is correct, and then a link to the lesson. The test, under test conditions, is a timed test. It's fixed at 120 minutes, so that's plenty of time for 30 questions. And you don't get any feedback. You just go through the test, and when you get finished, then you see your results. So there's not a lot to show here. I'm not going to take your time demonstrating what I've already demonstrated in a previous video. If you didn't see my video about the quizzes, I'll put a link here, and you can go to that or look at the playlist for the CIW that's in my channel. So here I'm going to go back to the test selection. And I want to take us to the custom test, because this is where you have an opportunity to go beyond what's in the practice tests. So here in the custom test, I'll kind of just start at the top. There's an indicator of how many items you've selected to build your custom tests and how much time you want to give yourself. It defaults to 120 minutes, but you can always change it to a shorter time frame. And then you can choose your list of topics to choose from either the lessons or objectives. Personally, I choose lessons every time, because that's how I went through the material, and it's just it seems a little cleaner. Notice that there are 2 types of questions to be included in this list. There are the questions from the test sets, which are test questions that were used for the tests that we were just looking at, and more. And also then the quiz questions. So all of the questions that you've already seen on the quiz would be included if you leave this selected. If I click on it and turn it white to deselect it, notice that the numbers over here have gotten significantly smaller because I've excluded all the quiz questions. So now we have just the test sets. Now, if you were to add all these numbers up, you'll see that it's well over 120. So the 120 items that were chosen for the 4 practice tests that we saw are only a selection. So this allows you to go well beyond that with additional questions to refine your understanding of the material and test yourself. And the way that you create a custom test is to just come over here and start selecting items. Now, if you want to do it very scientifically and match the number of, make it very even across all the lessons, then you would want to try to choose some proportion of the available items. So maybe 10%. So 10% would be 3 here, whereas it would be 4 here, and it would be 6 here, and so on. So you could do that. And notice as I click, choose a number, and then click out of the square, the rectangle, the items up here in the where I'm building the test, the item selected continues to increment. So I can customize. If I want to build a test that's got exactly 20 questions in it, I can do that. There's just so much flexibility here in terms of what you choose. So you can test yourself across all of the lessons, all 10 lessons in this case. Or you could decide, hey, I just want to dive deep into one topic area or two topic areas that I found challenging. So you could do that. You could put, and by the way, you can tab through these very quickly if especially if you're choosing the same number in each one. You can use the tab key to just very quickly get through and make that selection. But let's say I just wanted to focus on databases. So I could choose 15 questions from database and 15 questions from protecting myself online, for example. And now I've built a 30-question test that's very focused just on those two areas. To complete this process, I can't save this test for later. When I make my selection, choose my time, I click Create Custom Test, and it gives me the choice of taking the test right now. Now I can take it in Learn mode, Test mode, and they've also added the Review mode. So if I choose to, I could just, again, pick a topic area that I really wanted to dive into, and I could just go through and review the questions without actually taking the test, and treat that as a deep dive or deeper review, separate from what's from going back through the entire course content, which is a lot of text. Okay, so I'm not going to go ahead and take a test now. I'm just going to go back to the test selection. When you do take a test, regardless of how many questions you answer, you will then, it will show up in your analytics. So if we want to go back to the dashboard from the lessons and then click analytics, if I had taken a test, it would show up here at the top of the list, like you see here. I did this a couple of days ago, and so it shows that I took it in test mode, and I had built a custom test. So that is a quick overview of the practice tests mode and the power of the custom tests. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please leave me a comment below and like this video.